Join me as we discuss the bloodbath, which is cryptocurrencies over the weekend, and why tariffs really aren't such a bad thing because Canada thinks they got something over on us. So stick around. You just might learn something. Welcome to the Eric T Conversation. I'm Eric T. Well, today's observation is going to be very quick and very easy. Crypto is bleeding out, hemorrhaging right now. XRP is down to what, $2.60 from 310 earlier yesterday afternoon. Bitcoin is about $99,000. It's tanking. All the crypto is going down because of all this tariff stuff going on between the United States, Mexico, Canada, and the C country. So I'm going to get into some of this tariff stuff so people can understand a little bit better and realize that it's not the end of the world. I mean, these retailers that are dumping their crypto over it's insane. And by the way, all the whales are buying right now. All the big financial institutions, they're buying crypto while everybody's dumping their bags. You should pay attention to that, people. Tariffs not a bad thing. The problem that's going on with tariffs is that the United States, our GDP is much bigger than Canada and Mexico. Okay, our GDP, or gross domestic product, is $27.7 trillion. Canada is about $2.8 trillion, and Mexico is about $1.7 trillion. So you can see right there, we are the largest economy in the world. And yet Trump over the weekend said, hey, listen, if you're not going to stop the illegal stuff, the fentanyl and all that's coming across the border, we're going to hit you with a 25% tariff on all the goods that you bring to the United States. And so then you got Justin Trudeau trying to act like he's a badass. Even though he resigned as a prime minister, he's still there until they get a new one. But he's there trying to say, well, we're going to stick some tariffs on the United States as well. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to us? Nothing. They already have a pancake company over there that's trying to leave. So what's going to happen is, and this is how it works, you put the squeeze on them. Now, remember, we're $27 trillion. They're $2.8 trillion, and Mexico's $1.7 trillion. It's like they're like 10% of us. Okay, so everybody's freaking out over this tariff stuff, but it needs to happen because the trade deficit that's been going on with the United States and all these other countries, the balance is not equal. It's just not. So Trump said, okay, we're going to hit you with 25% tariffs on all the goods that you bring in there. What's going to happen is you're already hearing other companies in Canada that are trying to locate the United States now so they can avoid that 25% tariff. It's worth it for these companies to do that. So the whole idea is to put a squeeze on them so they kind of do what we need them to do, get some more trade balance between us and these other countries, and make it fair for everybody. But if they're not willing to do that, we're going to squeeze them out. It's called The Art of the Deal, right? You got to read that book. Trump is a master at it. Yeah, we have nothing to lose. We are the largest economy in the United States. So we're going to put the squeeze on some of these countries that are having unfair trade balances with us. So here's a little fun fact. Everybody's curious, well, tariffs are going to make everything go up. When you go to the store to buy something, it's 7% tax when you go. And tariffs are a tax. If you don't understand that, it's a tax on the goods that come to the United States from foreign countries. That's what it is. They just call it a tariff. But it's when you go to the store, you're paying 7% tax on products that you buy. Do you want to know what the amount of money is that we actually charge other countries as far as a tariff is concerned? The average is 2%. Just 2%. That's it. On all the goods and services that we bring into the United States, we tax them 2%. That's roughly $77 billion a year in tariffs. That's it. The income tax that we pay out from our checks is about 14.5%. Our income taxes are about $2.8 trillion is what we bring in from our payroll tax. 14.5%, $2.8 trillion. You got $77 billion a year from tariffs collected to our government, or you have $2.8 trillion from your income tax. Which one do you think we should use? Why wouldn't we fix that? Why wouldn't we charge a higher rate to these countries to balance the trade that we're bringing into us and get rid of our income tax? They're paying 2%. You pay more than that when you go buy a pack of gum at the grocery store. But yet, we don't need to charge more to these other countries that are bringing goods into our country. And that's the balance that we need. And we put this administration in power, okay, for a reason, to get something. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt for a little while. You're going to see things fluctuating like crazy, but it's going to hurt for a little bit, because when you have to fix something that's been damaged for such a long time, there's going to be peaks and valleys along the way. And that's what Trump's trying to do. He's trying to get us in a better financial position. So the first year, it's going to hurt a little bit. And then things are going to start evening out. You're going to start seeing gas prices starting to come down. You're going to start prices of goods starting to come down. Products that we start bringing in are starting to come down. And then you're going to get more money in your paycheck. And I've talked about this before. I'd love to get more money in my paycheck. I'll gladly pay a little bit more at the grocery store, or a t-shirt I buy at Calvin Klein or something. I'd rather pay a little bit more for that and get all of my paycheck than keep paying more money and keep losing more money out of my paycheck. So it's important to get these balances fixed. So the crypto market is going crazy over it, because it's like everybody's all uneasy about it. And I don't understand why these people are freaking out. This retailer, if you're into crypto and you've been in it for a little while, you don't understand. This is the name of the game. It is highly manipulated. There are people sitting in a dark room somewhere on the phone with each other, these whales that have all this money, and they're manipulating the market to make it go down. And what happens is the retail seller, a buyer, starts dumping their bag. They start seeing a long red candle and they freak out, and they start dumping their bags on the market. And what happens? The financial guys start picking it up. Look at this graph right here. See that? You can see the graph where retail is dumping, and the white graph is the investors buying it. And you're giving them at a discounted rate. It happens all the time. And just people, they know. You know, that's what happens when you got people can buy and trade on crypto exchanges, because you don't really know what you're doing. You don't have patience, and you freak out and you start dumping all your wallets in your bag. So you got to be patient with this. This is what happens. There's going to be a little bleeding, okay? But then the wound's going to heal, going to get cauterized, and you're going to feel better than ever. So all the tariff things that we're doing, we need more money in the United States, and Trump's trying to get that balanced out. So quit worrying about the tariffs. We're the largest economy in the world. No one holds a candle to the United States. Nobody. And they only take 2% in when our payroll tax is 14.5% on average. That's a no-brainer. So be patient. Hold the line. Understand that Trump is in the best interest of the United States. That's what he's doing, right? America first. I'm a big proponent on that. So hopefully we can get everybody in place. The SEC's there. We've got our Treasury, Secretary in place. All these people are pro-economy, pro-United States, and they're going to start making these things fixed up real quick. So have some patience on that. Don't freak out. Tariffs is a good thing on these other countries, and they're going to wake up. Canada likes to, you hear the sound bites from these other countries about they're going to put tariffs on the United States. They don't hold a candle to us as far as their economy is concerned. Canada's 10% of our GDP. That's it. 10%. Have some balls. Hang in there. Weather the storm, right? It's always what is it? The calm before the storm? This is just the opposite, okay? There's a storm coming. There's going to be some nice calm waves after that, right? So hang in there. Anyway, that's my conversation of the day. Join me next time for a little chit-chat, some observation, and some good old-fashioned conversation. Thanks.